So girl, you never did tell me about your date. How was it? Where did you go? What did you do?
The date was fine, thank you. He took me to a movie. It was a romantic comedy. And it was totally lame. I don't understand it. All of these movies are identical. Boy meets girl, girl falls in love with boy, boy cheats on girl with girl's best friend, girl with broken heart runs off to join a convent, boy chases girl all over God's creation, boy finds girl, begs for forgiveness, like a bloody fool she takes him back. They run off to Vegas to get married and end up living in a Beverly Hills mansion. For once, I'd like to see a little reality in these things.
Like what?
Like, how about they end up living in a 3-room flat in Lancaster? I mean, bloody hell, what newlywed couple can afford to live in a Beverly Hills mansion? I mean, it's not like this is Rhett and Scarlett at Tara. And by the way, now that was a movie. When Clark Gable said to Vivian Lee, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," I was standing on my chair screaming at the television, "Oh, come on, girl, kick him in the groin and be done with it." And we never find out what happens to her. Does she hang herself? Does she get a job as a seamstress for Jane Austen? Does she get a 3-movie deal with Warner Brothers? And if so, which of the 4 brothers did she have to sleep with? So many questions and no answers. I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
I was asking you how your date went.
Oh, that. It was fine.
Whatever may come our way, we'll deal with it day to day. We hope you'll be there while we're living in our timeshare.
Solitaire? It's the story of my love life. Well, not anymore. No, it's been very nice, you and me. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Look, since you feel that romantic comedies are lame, how about you and I go and see a horror film? Please, this place is a horror film. Oh, come on, it's not so bad. I thought you'd be used to this place by now. Some things you'll never get used to. You have to admit they're a colorful bunch. If I want colorful, I'll go to an art museum. By the way, where is everyone? They're all out. Roy and Phyllis decided to hit the bars. This early? There is no such thing as early for those two. What about Kathy and George? They went to the circus that just rolled into town. Circus comes by about once or twice a year. Please, if I want to go to a circus, I'll stay home. I thought this was a horror film. A person's entitled to have both. And I have no idea where Iggy is. In fact, he's been gone since yesterday morning. Maybe he went to see his mom. I guess that's possible. It's just not like him to stay away this long. Well, I'm sure he'll turn up eventually. I just hope nothing's happened to him. You know Iggy. All too well. That's my phone. Hello? Yes? What? Oh my God, when? I see it. Okay, yeah, I'll be right down. Yeah, thanks for calling. Oh my God. Who was that? That was the police. Iggy's in the hospital.
What happened?
They say he wandered in off the street and didn't seem to know who he was. They said he was confused and disoriented.
So his normal state of mind.
Steph, this is serious. Something's wrong with my friend. Iggy, go lie on the couch. What couch?
Bloody hell, what's going on out there?
Oh, there you are. How are you, my old friend? Are you up for some company? I hope so, 'cause we got a lot of catching up to do.
He's talking to the couch.
That's nothing. It's when he starts talking to his socks that we're in trouble. I think you can use a shave. In fact, I think you can use a face. Iggy, are you okay? Oh, I can hear you, but I can't see your mouth move. Iggy, I'm over here. Hey, that's pretty good. I didn't know you could throw your voice.
Give it up. He's wandered off into the land of make-believe.
All right, just let him sleep it off. Oh, hey, somebody's been playing solitaire. The Red Queen goes on the Black King. Damn, why does that sound so racist?
Has this ever happened before?
Once since I've known him. Who knows how many times before that?
Do you know what causes it?
What else? It's all those drugs he takes.
Well, then shouldn't he stop?
He should have never started.
Then maybe somebody should talk to him.
You mean like an intervention?
He's your friend. You deal with it. Don't drag us poor souls into this bloody nightmare.
I don't know what to say to him.
How about, hey Iggy, lay off the narcotics?
We have to be delicate about these things. We don't want to alienate him.
Would you rather he end up in a morgue?
No, of course not.
You're not doing him any favors by keeping your mouth shut.
Well, I can't talk to him now.
Why not?
Look at him. And then the baby bear said, somebody's been sleeping in my bed. And there's the rat fink now. Hey, Mom, get the shotgun. We're gonna have people stew for dinner.
If you ask me, he's 5 scones short of a 6-pack.
I'm afraid all that's left is a cellophane wrapping. Roy? Thank God you're home. Something terrible's happened. What is it? The animals got loose at the circus. Phyllis and I stopped by on our way back from the bar. One of the elephants knocked Phyllis flat in her ass. She's at the hospital now. Steve, they don't know if she's gonna make it. Roy, you're gonna wear a hole in the carpet. I can't help it, I'm worried about Phyllis.
Thank goodness we got Iggy into bed.
Yeah, but what are we gonna tell Kathy when she gets home? This news is gonna kill her.
You're acting like Phyllis is dead. Have you forgotten how tough that girl is?
Hell, she reminds me of it every day. You really love her, don't you? Yeah, but she's still hung up on you, Steve. No offense, Mary Poppins.
No offense taken.
This waiting to hear from the hospital is driving me crazy. Try to relax, Roy. Look, Why don't you play some solitaire? Steph's got the cards out. No thanks, I'd rather play a man's game.
Maybe that's your problem.
What?
Playing a man's game. It's obvious if you want to have a chance with Phyllis, you have to tone it down a bit.
I don't know if I can do that.
Isn't it worth it for her?
Steph's right. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices for the ones we love. That's probably Kathy and George. Who wants to tell them? I will, Steve. I was the one that was with her.
Well, that was fun until all the animals started running around wild.
Kathy, I have something to tell you about your ma.
Is she okay?
She and I were at the circus when the animals got loose. She tried to get out of the way, but it was too late. She got run over by an elephant. She's at the hospital right now and, well, the doctors don't know if she's gonna make it.
Oh my.
Kathy, are you okay? George, you better take her to her room.
Come on, Kathy. Let me take you to bed. You might want to rephrase that.
Poor kid. If her ma doesn't make it, it'll kill her. Roy, Phyllis is gonna be fine. She is the toughest woman I know. If anybody can survive an elephant stampede, it's her. Hey, welcome back to the land of the living. How do you feel?
With my hands, of course.
I mean, never mind. Why don't you sit down on your favorite chair?
That's a good idea. Hey, she put the Red Queen on the Black King. Damn, that still doesn't sound right.
Iggy, we have to talk.
Uh-oh. Nothing good ever starts with "we have to talk." Are you breaking up with me?
Iggy, we're not dating.
Well, why not? Aren't I good enough for you?
Iggy, be serious.
I mean, I know I've got my quirks, but don't we all?
Iggy, we have to talk about what happened.
What happened?
You were in the hospital.
I was? Who was I visiting?
No, Iggy, you were the patient.
Funny, I don't seem to remember that.
Of course you don't. You were out of it.
Out of what? Breath mints? My mouth does taste a little funny.
Iggy, the doctor said you were disoriented.
Well, of course I was. Have you seen all those arrows? Try navigating a hospital wing when you're colorblind.
Iggy, it's not your eyes that are the problem. It's the drugs.
I don't have a problem with drugs. I got a whole stash of them in my room. Reds, yellows, uppers, downers. You name it, I got it. They're just a grab bag away.
Yes, I know. And it has to stop.
I'm not sure I can do that.
But you have to. Iggy, I'm worried about you.
I'm worried about me too.
You are?
Steve, I've been taking pills since I was a teenager. I don't remember a day that I wasn't on something.
Well, don't you think it's time you stopped before you end up walking into traffic and end up as somebody's hood ornament?
Will you help me?
Iggy, I'll hold your hand if I have to.
Thanks, but you're not my type.
Well, at least you haven't lost your sense of humor. Look, we've got another problem.
I didn't do it.
Relax, I know you didn't. It's Phyllis.
What about her?
She was at the circus when the animals got loose.
That's it.
What's it?
That's why I was disoriented. I got run over by one of those damn elephants.
You too?
Huh?
Phyllis was run over by an elephant. She's in the hospital right now. They don't know if she's gonna make it.
That's funny. She looked fine when I saw her.
You saw Phyllis at the hospital?
Yeah, she was walking around screaming at the nurses. I thought she was gonna start World War III.
I don't understand. The doctor said she was barely holding on.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I made sure I got out of her way before I got caught in a firestorm. That's when you showed up.
Iggy, none of this makes any sense.
You're telling me? I was starting to think we were on the wrong network.
Well, then if Phyllis is okay, who the hell were they calling about? Well, Kathy's asleep. Thank God. Let's just hope we don't have to give her any more bad news. If only we can know what actually happened to Phyllis. If we could only just talk to her. You're going to get your chance. What? She's coming up the walk now. Huh? Hey, thanks for the ride. If you ever want me to take a look at that engine, just give me a call. But do me a favor. Lose that radio station. Nobody listens to Air Supply anymore. Okay, what the hell are you all doing standing around staring at me like you saw a ghost? You're okay? Of course I'm okay, fool. Phyllis, we thought you were trampled by an elephant. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, let us in on the laugh. Well, seems like we've had a common errors here. Okay, Roy and I were coming back from the bar. On the way back, we decided to stop off at the circus to see what's going on. Well, I got a hankering for some Cracker Jacks, so I sent Roy to the concession stand to get me some. Anyway, all of a sudden, the animals get out of their cages. It's all crazy. There's chaos all over. And then suddenly this gal, she sticks a gun in my back. I'm like, what the hell? This says to me, your money or your life. I said, can I think it over? And I realized she wasn't joking. So I reached into my pockets. I gave her my purse. I gave her everything. Anyway, she takes off. I turn around. I'm trying to follow her. But there's like animals all over the place. It's just total chaos. Well, I start running after her. And I see her about 50 yards down. She's laying on the ground. She's on a stretcher. She must have got run over by an elephant or something. Anyway, they bring her into the ambulance and they take off. I'm thinking, all right, I know where she's going. She's got to be going to Overlook. So I hail a cab. The cab takes me down there. I go into the hospital. I'm screaming my lungs out. Took me an hour and a half to convince them who I was. Well, finally, they give me my stuff. I go downstairs to the lobby and this guy offers to give me a ride home. That was him. So here I am. So tell me, who's the damn fool who made you think that I got run over by an elephant? Well, that's my fault. See, when I got back from the concession stand, I couldn't find you. I went looking for you, and I saw this girl getting carried away in a stretcher into an ambulance, and I didn't get a look at her face, but she had red hair and a red dress, and she was holding your purse, so I just figured it was you. I called the hospital a short time later. They confirmed who it was, and they said that you were on life support. How the hell was I supposed to know that it wasn't you? Wonderful. You're an idiot, And my daughter probably thinks her mom's pushing up daisies. Where is she anyway? She is in bed asleep. George is sitting with her. You're coming with me. You're gonna help me fix this. I am so dead. Wow. What a day. At least she's okay. Today made me realize something. Life is unpredictable and short. And no one knows what tomorrow is going to bring. Your point? I know we said that we were going to take this slow. And I'm not going to rush you. But I've made up my mind. I have decided that when you're ready, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, whenever that day comes. Good night, sweet cheeks. Bloody hell. I think he just told me he wants to marry me. You got a minute? Sure, what's up? Thanks for helping me with my daughter. She's okay now. I'm glad. I'm sorry for my part in all this. It's not your fault. You were obviously worried about me. I always am. Look, I don't know if anything come of it being that you and I are so much alike, but I'm willing to give this relationship a shot, if you are. I couldn't think of anything I'd love more. Fine. Then I'll be your freaking girlfriend. Just don't expect me to get all dolled up. The thought never crossed my mind. Great. Well, good night. Well, this is a train wreck in the making. Thank God my insurance is all paid up. Hi, Steve. I'm not Captain America Rogers here, with another installment of Timeshare Tidbits. Henry Adams once said, "Chaos was the law of nature, order was the dream of man." This week, we had very little of the latter and a whole lot of the former. I almost lost two of my best friends thanks to a bottle of pills and some ornery elephants. It made me realize how fragile and short life can be. And maybe I wasn't the only one. We all thought Phyllis was on death's door, and when George saw Kathy's jaw drop to the floor, his heart sank with it. If he didn't love her with all his heart before, he sure does now. Phyllis, realizing how much Roy loved her, finally decided to give their relationship a shot. This should be interesting. Iggy had a brush with death and has decided to try to give up the pills with my help. But I'm not going to date him. In the meantime, I realized that Stephanie is the girl for me, and I pretty much told her that one day I was going to marry her, and left it at that. God only knows what she's thinking right now. Anyway, what a week. Iggy was right about one thing. Putting that red queen on the black king just doesn't sound right. Roger's out.